Naturally, there's always cheap drinks and killer live music to enjoy. Yep, that's New Orleans pretty much at its best. Now, we know the Saints are going to be cranking up here pretty soon. And my show's going to get moved because the Saints come on, I get bumped. So I'm going to announce on Facebook and our social media. Of course, you can go to Out and About in a Big Easy on Facebook and join our group page or join our like page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. But Saints Sunday, football, it not only brings people together, it gets the bars to bring out free food. Nosh on sliders and partake in pudding shots for every Saints touchdown at the upper quarter. Release some anger and eat gratis snacks at the barber chair at our bar, and check out the bar bites at Holly Ground. It's a who dat win-win, even if the Saints lose. Man, I love free food. Get a free BLT. I don't know if I told y'all this, but I mentioned this one time before. Banks Street Bar. The only thing that can make bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches better is not having to pay for it. You can experience this glory at 10 p.m. every Wednesday at Bank Street Bar. And there's also free red beans and rice on Mondays. Man, I'm telling you, the way to go is free in New Orleans. If we could say the word free more than once, what else is free? Let me think about what else is free. Head to the Jazz Park. Get your favorite brass bands at Armstrong Park. Prepare yourself for yet another terrific festival. The Treme Crab Fest is coming up. It's a celebration of soft-shell crab and music, kicking off the Jazz in the Park Thursday concert series. I'm going to have to check on that date, but somebody sent me the Jazz in the Park brochure about 2 or 3 days ago via email. Again, you can email me at pj@outandabout.productions. Anytime you want to email me, bang, email me. Learn about colonial architecture. Now, this is pretty cool. George Washington's cables, the Tite Poulette, is actually a 3-building complex, which includes the main residence, the kitchen, and the cook's quarters, and a 2-story guest building, and that's Madame John's legacy. It shows what Dumaine Street and most of New Orleans used to look like when it figuratively rose from the ashes in 1788. After the previous buildings burned down and somehow survived the Great Fire of 1794, look up your history, folks, that destroyed much of the French Quarter. 1794, the French Quarter was like in shambles. The humble olive-colored abode it's open for tours. It's the home that got its name from George Washington's cables, the Tite Poulette. Beautiful, with pottery on display, and the scavenger hunts are available for the kids. It's family friendly. You're gonna love this place. Get to know the real French Quarter. The historic New Orleans collection offers free events that include lectures on what really happened to make the Vieux Carré what it is today, plus galleries of historic pieces by Louisiana artists that illustrate how the quarter went from French to Spanish to French to American. HNOC really offers free jazz series at the Marionette House, and it's built on land that's been used for nearly 300 straight years. Make sure to check out the organization's other 3 locations to get really the full experience. Satchmo Fest is over. That was exciting. French Quarter Fest is the sponsor for Satchmo Fest. I got a lot of text messages and emails saying how much fun they had. Everybody shook off those warm weather blues and got into some really great music. comedy. We kind of jumping around a little bit, but I'm trying to give you all the free stuff that I can come up with off the top of my head. You can check out free comedy almost every night of the week. There's Local Uproar, Thursday night show at Always Lounge, and Saturday's version of Sydney Saloon. Or you can check out and try out some of your own material at Carrollton Stations. That's on Wednesday, if you think you're funny. It's an open mic. Also on Wednesdays is the House of Blues Comedy Gold, which occasionally hosts national touring acts. Folks, you're listening to WWL Radio. This is your host, PJ LaRive. Stand by. I have a quick message from a sponsor over from Professor Pools. Man, if your pool is nasty, call Professor Pools. And when we come back, we'll have Faye Jani. She's going, food roving reporter. She said last week Caribbean. We're going to see if she actually went Caribbean. I haven't talked to her yet. So stand by for a quick break, and then Faye Jani, our food. Whatever. You're listening to Out and About in the Big Easy on WWL. Yep, I make mistakes every once in a while.
Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. The Lamarck team is the real team. We became number one for a reason, because we're good, and we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Folks, I don't like to promote my own self a lot, but if you need a photographer, I'm a full-time radio host broadcasting in and nationally on iHeartRadio. I do a lot of editing, a lot of photography, and I have a small photography company, pjlarive.photo. Go to my website, check me out if you need headshots, social media shots, if you have an event coming up or weddings, whatever you need, I can provide it. pjlarive.photo. Or you can call me at 504-206-7695. Well, folks, as promised, here's Faye Jani. Miss Faye, did you do Caribbean?
I did. You know what I love about the city?
What do you love about the city?
Besides the culture, I love the food.
Tell me all about it.
We went to 14 parishes.
What is it? 14 parishes?
14 parishes on 1638 Silo Street. They're actually not too far from Brown's Dairy. Their menu has a range of options, but I decided to go more traditional and get the jerk chicken. Luckily, their menu has a little chili pepper that tells you if it's too spicy or, what the range is. They had from 1 to 3, I think, chili peppers.
Oh, cool.
Luckily for me, I got the 1 chili pepper.
Was it hot?
It was not, actually. It was just really, really flavorful, and that's what you want in a jerk chicken. And with my meal, I was also able to order 2 sides. I went with the macaroni and cheese and something called callaloo, which is traditionally made with a leaf vegetable. Now, PJ, I know how you like mac and cheese, and you know that it's easy to mess up, but this was one of the best mac and cheeses in my book.
Yeah?
It was so good.
Okay, go ahead. Now I'm listening.
A side dish of sweet plantain. So if y'all go there, definitely try the sweet plantain. You will not be disappointed.
It was really good.
I don't know what they did, but it was awesome.
That's good. So your whole experience was tasty?
It was tasty. It was phenomenal. I definitely recommend this place.
So you had like fire, and then you had tasty and sweet because you had the plantains, and then fire again.
It was so good.
You're grinning from ear to ear. It must have been really good.
It was really good. And what was the best part about the visit was that it came out hot and it was delicious. And even our waitress was really helpful. She told us, more information about the dishes, what callaloo was. I didn't know what that was. And it was very helpful to have a little bit of insight since it was our first visit there.
So what was your waitress's name?
Her name was actually Serena.
Really?
Yeah, like Serena Williams.
Oh, go ahead.
She was very nice.
So on your hot pepper chili scale of 5 hot peppers, how far would you go with this?
It was about a half a chili pepper.
A half a chili
It wasn't
pepper.
too bad. It had enough flavor that you didn't really mind that it was a little spicy. It wasn't too bad at all.
Okay, so rating this restaurant from a, I don't know, 4-star is the best. What would you give them?
5 chili peppers.
5 chili peppers, but no stars.
Well, that's equivalent to stars.
All right. So it was a really good experience.
It was really good.
All right. So, folks, you're listening to Faye Jani, out and about in the Big Easy. But you know what? I think Faye's not done. What else you got, Faye? You got something else you got to say?
I also wanted to say to make sure you follow our social media at Out and About in the Big Easy on Facebook and Instagram. And also give us some ideas of restaurants that you love in the Big Easy and send them to our Facebook page or our Instagram and send us a direct message and let us know what type of places you want us to visit. Maybe next time I'll go visit it.
That's a really good idea. Like, hey, out and about Big Easy people, go eat at blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right.
Why not?
Yeah. And folks, if you have a restaurant you want Faye Jani to come and sit and eat your food, send us a message. PJ at outandabout.productions. That's PJ at outandabout.productions. And I'll make sure it gets to Faye Jani's hands. Faye, thank you so much for going and doing this treacherous job you have. This must be so hard on you.
It is so difficult.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, just traipsing and eating food for free. Oh, I don't know if I could handle this anymore. Folks, stand by. We have a few minutes of left in the show, but we have to do a quick commercial break. Hold on.
Queen Elizabeth once caught beads at Mardi Gras, and she returned to England with what are now known as the crown jewels. When he travels, he brings Central Time with him.
I don't always drive in New Orleans, but when I do, I prefer a Ford F-150.
He is the most ordinary man in New Orleans, with the most extraordinary deals, only at Lamarck Ford.
Drive safely, my friends.
Every year, hundreds of children in the New Orleans area enter the foster care system through no fault of their own. For many of these kids, the experience will have devastating effects on their young lives. That's where CASA comes in. Court-appointed special advocates, or CASAs, are volunteers just like you who are trained to advocate for these abused and neglected children in court. You could be the voice of a foster kid. Make a lifelong difference for a foster child in your community. To volunteer or donate, go to CASANewOrleans.org. That's CASANewOrleans.org.
It's 100 degrees in the shade. You're covered with sweat and dying to jump into your cool pool to cool off. But wait, your pool water is green. Why? Your pool pump is broken. Ouch! Hey, but don't worry. Professor Pools has you covered. Broken motor, broken pump, spa heater not working, leaky pipes, automatic cleaning system not working. Don't worry. Professor Pools has you covered. Check them out at www.professorpools.com. That's www.professorpools.com.
Okay, so while we were on break there with the commercials, I had a text message come in, and it said, hey, PJ, why don't you talk about New Orleans tours? You talk about everything else. Talk about the New Orleans ghost and vampire tours. Here's a list. So it's about 5 or 6 of them. New Orleans Drunk History Tour. It's drink your way through the streets of the oldest neighborhoods in the United States. New Orleans Ghost, Voodoo, and Vampire Tour. New Orleans Cemetery and Voodoo Walking Tour. New Orleans City of the Dead #1 Cemetery Tour. And New Orleans Haunted History Ghost Tour. All of these are about $20 to $25 a piece. Some are a little cheaper, like $11. I think the City of the Dead Cemetery Tour is like $12. You got to go see it, folks. If you're visiting New Orleans, go take a tour, learn our rich history, our rich heritage. I want to thank all my sponsors and everybody that put the show together for me this week. Thanks so much, guys. Faye Jani, you're the man. Folks, we'll talk to you next week. And folks, don't forget to go like our social media page on Facebook at Out and About in a Big Easy. Thank you, everybody, for listening. You're listening to Out and About in a Big Easy here on WWL.